Hi, my name is Avalon Cameron, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce myself to those of you who don't yet know who I am. I live here in this beautiful patch of wild forest in southern Van Diemen's Land, Tasmania, Australia. And let me tell you, friends, I am far away from home. It is here on this beautiful 28-acre property that I live with my 3 children, the absolute love of my life, my 3 puppies who will no doubt make a fuss throughout the filming of this video. But when I say that I'm far away from home, I genuinely mean it. I was born and raised in Brazil, and I am a 5th generation practitioner of folk magic. My family have practiced their religion for such a long time, and I've got to say it's been generation after generation, and I'm very proud of that legacy and that lineage. But I cannot practice my family's religion to its entirety where I live now, so I've had to adapt my practice, paying full respects and homage to my ancestors as well as the spirits of place in which I currently live. So I practice a very unique branch of familial folk magic with a heavy undertone of spirit work. And I love the down-to-earth practical nature of folk magic. I like how accessible it is. I truly, truly believe that folk magic is for the people. I believe that it is accessible to everyone for a reason. I love the way that it is adaptable. I love the way that I can practice my magic on the fly without pomp or ceremony. I happen to find ritual quite exhaustive. While there is a time and a place for it, I just don't like to engage in ritual and ceremony more than necessary. So for me, folk magic is something I can practice on the fly any time of the day. I work with the phases of the moon just as much as I work with the hands of a clock. I work with the time of the day, with astrological timing as well. I work with the nature events that take place around me as in the form of weather and the movement of flora and fauna around me. I love the fact that I can work with just so many natural elements and integrate very practical elements into my magic to make it a very highly effective, gritty, poetic, just delicious, juicy practice as a witch, and I find it to be wildly rewarding. Beyond that, I happen to absolutely adore, a little fanatically I might add, the practice of tarot. I practice all forms of cartomancy, I might add, but tarot really stole my heart at a young age. My mother and my grandmother were both tarot readers. Granted, they work with the Marseille style deck, and I'm more of a Rider-Waite-Smith style tarot practitioner, but I absolutely adore tarot. I happen to believe that tarot contains the full spectrum of human experience. It is constantly evolving with the times. It is very clever in that way. And the older you get, the more tarot will reveal to you because it grows along with you, showing you lessons and pieces of wisdom that you haven't yet gained access to. So I absolutely love tarot for that reason. And my tarot practice has teeth because it has to, because I'm a Taurus. I need to be pushed out of my comfort zone, so I like to have a bit of a grittier tarot practice, and I like to work on the esoteric and spiritual side of tarot to help to create that personal evolution for myself. It's highly necessary for me, and it's something that I teach, and it is something that I share, and it is something that I find to be profoundly rewarding. I have also created a tarot deck of my very own with my beautiful artist friend Anna Turian. It's called the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot. It has a 325-page guidebook, which I wrote myself, and I'm very proud of that. But tarot is such a beautiful practice and such a huge part of my life that I have to share it. I collect tarot decks. I don't discriminate. I also collect oracle cards. The doggies are barking. I also collect Lenormand decks and other cartomancy-based systems that don't really fit in any kind of oracular structure. I really love the practice of card-based divination, and it can plug directly into my spirit work practice, which is like a win-win. On top of all of that, I love to read. I need to read. I love to be surrounded by books. My aim, my goal in life is to have a library, which is a goal that I'm working towards right now, along with the goal of having an outdoor bathtub here on my property. But books for me, They're so necessary in my life. I find that for me to fill my cup, I need to read. I need to escape into a story. I'm a lover of fantasy. I'm a lover of fiction. I do not discriminate, however. I'll read a little grimdark. I'll read a little dystopian. I'll read a little high fantasy. I'll read a little urban fantasy. I'll go beyond that and read a bit of poetry. I'll read some contemporary. I'll read some literary fiction. I'll read some historical fiction. I will just read because I love to read, and I love the way that books move through me. I love to be able to escape into a story. I like to be able to fill my cup, de-stress, unwind, and forget about the stresses of the day. And books help me do that, specifically audiobooks, which allow me to wash the dishes and listen to a story at the same time. So I'm productive and I'm reading all at the same time. I also happen to believe that books are very, very good for your brain. They really exercise your imagination. They really allow you to think beyond limits. They change and shift perspective. They provide you with different and alternative ideas. And I find books to be very tricksy and beautiful in that way. And so if you've liked anything that I have said in this little introduction of mine, then I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you would hit that little notification bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos. And I would love it if we could be friends. Take care. Mwah!